So we're still in this process of discovery. So to sum it up, could we create an interesting dialogue about American art and still maintain a comfort level within the museum? As we moved from a broadcast mode of disseminating information to a conversational one. Our strategy was to move slowly and adjust continually to monitor our progress. We are constantly adding new story ideas to the mix to help ensure our success. Eye Level began as an attempt to connect our artworks to the American experience in a new way. We wanted to create an interaction between our web offerings and our bricks and mortar activities. We wanted to create new web content on an ongoing basis and in an efficient manner. We wanted to allow viewers a behind-the-scenes look at what takes place in our museum, and we wanted to connect to the internet social networks to enlarge our audiences and ultimately to bring people into our museum. So our success can be attributed to adopting a process that allows for growth, as well as connecting Eye Level to the changing roles of our museum at the beginning of the 21st century. And in many ways, our experience has led to more questions than to answers, but I'm okay with that. We wonder how we can reach out to an even wider audience. And I don't know what your experience is, but we're still, even though we've been doing this for 2.5 years, we're still being asked by our administration to justify what we do. It's just an ongoing process for us. But I am starting to see that our blog is the first step in new engagement with our community, and we're starting to see what our next step is. I just want to point out that this was a story that I did a couple years ago. I don't know in Spain if you've gotten the American program Desperate Housewives? Yes, okay. So, you know the story, you know the people. Okay, great. So, I was watching Desperate Housewives, and Bree is one of the housewives, is angry at her husband Orson for the umpteenth time. And so I'm watching this, and they're having an argument, and I realize in the background is one of our paintings. And I'm going, oh my God, it's like, I'm aware of product placement, in movies, you see this all the time, but did they realize of course they didn't ask us for permission to use this, but I thought this is really good. And so what I did is I wrote a blog post about why this particular painting was appropriate to Bree. And then I decided that I would offer the producers of the program other artworks in our collection for the other Desperate Housewives. And I explained, just why I thought this should be. And then, as a strategy, I posted a link to this on all of the forums for Desperate Housewives, all the TV forums, so people would come. And I think that's part of a really good strategy, is when you see an opening, take it. We did a blog post a few months ago about a piece that an artist, de Kooning, did called Merce C, about Merce Cunningham, the choreographer, and our writer connected it to a performance at the Shakespeare Theater in Washington, D.C., one of Merce Cunningham's pieces. where everybody was given an iPod with the soundtrack to listen to as they conducted this. And so we brought in our painting to what was going on at the Shakespeare Theater. And then I wrote one of the top Apple blogs about what we did, and they posted a link to this. And so that, you know, our stats shot right up when we do that. So I try and do that. I try and stay open whenever I can. Es todo por este día.